Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to cover about the blackout that occurred in Europe. We're going to take a quick, deep little dive. I'm hoping this video is going to be a short one, so we can go on and do another video. But anyway, if you want to be notified when I do post and upload, go into the comment section below or in the description and follow my Blue Sky account or my Facebook group, and I will personally notify you there as well. On the Facebook group, I'm also posting a lot of gardening tips, so if you want to get ahead of the crowd, definitely go and join and you'll be able to do some gardening tips. If you have any questions, you can always ask me because I'm a gardener. Anyway, besides the point, if you guys want to be able to help out the channel grow, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging with the content, and watching this video longer than normal, or even better yet, sharing this video. Really help out the channel algorithm overall. Now, this video again is just for entertainment purposes only, for educational purposes only as well. This video is being recorded on Tuesday, April 29th at 12:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as when I'm recording this specific video. I just got done recording a video in terms of Wisconsin and the Supreme Court judge arrest, and also the possibility and the plausibility of a Supreme Court being arrested as well. So definitely go check out that video if you have not done so already. In the description, I'm going to include the solar flare videos that I've done back in 2021 and 2022. I will include them because this is probably a national phenomenon, if it is, but we're going to find out right now what's happened, and we'll go from there. Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me about the blackout that occurred in Europe. Was this natural? Or was this man-made? Let's find it out right now. Natural or man-made? Okay. There's definitely a rebirth here. Because this is giving me people who go outside and they have fun and whatnot. There's a technological advancement and progressiveness of this certain part of Europe. I think if I recall correctly, they were saying Spain and Portugal in particular were affected by this. We also have here death, which indicates a change, a rebirth, or something, renewal, and renewal coming. This also means blackout. So the interesting that card comes out for death, it means blackout. We do also have here the inability to hold on and to realize how much life has been so interconnected to electricity that it has become a problem. So we're going to take a quick look and find out. So this is what the tarot cards are saying. This is the overall environment. We are going to use my own little homemade tarot deck and see what it has to say in this regard. So Spirit Angels, tell me about the blackout that occurred in Europe, particularly in Spain and Portugal, that happened within the past 24 hours. Okay, so it definitely had to do with money. It had to do with something with money, some sort of deal that was made and that was rejected. Possibility. I do know that Spain had like an arm deal with Israel and refused that. I wonder if this is punishment. We do have here underneath this 10 cup, we have landslide, which means natural. This is a natural disaster, right? Then we have here underneath the death, it's not nothing. There's something definitely coming. So this is definitely big. Whatever happened was definitely on the bigger side of things. So this is not a coincidence. This is with something. There's something here that's going to come out. And here we have underneath the Four of Pentacles reversed, which means holding on to power, not realizing how much our lives evolve around the Four of Pentacles. And you have here the Stonks, which basically means the economy, money, influence, power. There's something here that is coming that is a big deal. We have the top of the deck here. We have the Five of Eggs. In this aspect here, we have May coming in. This is before May, so we are, just like I said, it is Tuesday, April 29, 12:26 p.m. Eastern Time. So we are still very much in the month of April. We are going to be heading into May. When we head into May, this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of hills going forward. So definitely a lot of hills in terms of what happened in Europe. And we do have here surrender. They're not going to surrender because they're speaking and communicating. So this is a communication of some sort. But it's a communication of not luck. So it's just so far telling me this is natural. It's giving me the indication not so much. The bottom deck here we have again money, Nine of Pentacles, which is indicating great fortune and great wealth. And the top of the deck here we have the Tower card. So yeah, this is a big event, and it doesn't tell me anything with natural disaster, but they are going to blame it on natural disaster. This is the Nine of Cup. The Nine of Cup is looking at the smaller detail. Look what went on behind the scenes, not what the media is telling you. To really better understand about what's going on, we are going to use our Earth magic, because this will tell us more specifically the more natural phenomenon, if there was anything that occurred. The Spirit Angels, tell me about the blackout that occurred in Europe within the past 24 hours. According to the cards, they're saying that it had to do with money in relation to money. Can you confirm whether or not this was natural or man-made? We have Milky Way. This is darkness, right? When you go into the space, there's a lot of a lot of vacuum space, or a lot of negative energy, with negative energy in correlation to not actual negative energy. But when there's nothing there, there's negative space, right? Negative space, it's the color of black, right? And this is Milky Way's reverse. This is positive space. This means light, or white color, or whiter in tone. Something you can see and make out as a positive energy. The Milky Way in reverse is all about perspective, and it falls underneath the death card, right? It's all about your perspective on certain things that were happening, things that were going on. Can you tell us a little bit more? On the left side here, we have dance celebration. So there was a celebration that was occurring prior to this event. And afterwards, we have here power lightning. Ironically, this has to do with power and power outages. So there was definitely a celebration that was occurring in Europe that we are not aware of, or that we weren't told, because again, we live in the United States, and things are a little bit suppressed right now, so we're not exactly knowing 100% what was happening in Europe at the time in which this event has occurred. We don't know what they were celebrating. We do have, however, though, the summer solstice, which means radiance, which means solar flares and stuff like that. They're going to blame it on the solar flares. This specific event is not isolated. This is an event that has to do with money and digital currency. So what is going on in Europe? This has to do with money, money, money. I would say this very much so. It has to do with digital currency and crystals. So remember, energy is the source of humanity, right? This is what the Atlantis people had derived from. This is what the Egyptian people have harnessed their energy as: focus, crystals. Crystals allows you to really hone in your energy and to really crystallize the future that you want to see. So what happened in Europe? Well, let me explain in a better, deeper understanding in which we can all understand. We had the Ten of Cups reversed. The Ten of Cups is a celebration card, right? Interestingly enough, before the Ten of Cups comes in, we have the dance card, which also indicates celebration. But the difference between the two, that they were celebrating prior to end up no longer celebrating. In this celebration that has ended, we have a landslide of a natural disaster of some sort, right? At least that's what it appeared to be. But as we start to get into death, it talks about the transformation of a rebirth, a change in direction, right? Darkness. So this is talking about the death card, which is indicating to all of us when this dance and the celebration is, it's the start. People coming together, becoming collectives. So what does the celebration mean? There was no celebration that was probably going on in Europe, but instead this was the collection of people from all different backgrounds being connected cohabitately across all parts of Spain and Portugal and all the rest of Europe, but also through the world. This is the internet, right? This is the power of the internet. It was taken down, and the unhappiness has been revealed, right? The unhappiness has been revealed, the reality of it all. That this can easily be taken away. The internet could be taken away, that we took it for granted for what it is, right? The landslide is a national event, right? So in essence, even though what happened was a national event, it also highlights the possibility that this could be a natural one-time event, but it could be man-made as well, because man could control the populace by controlling the internet, right? And he could do so by essentially turning it off. Underneath this death card here, we have this is nothing, right? You would think this is nothing, but it's reversed. This is a dead bush blowing into the wind, right? But it's reversed. It's telling us this is something bigger than nothing, right? This is something. And underneath that, it's all about your perspective and how you view the world. You can view it from a negative space, from a negative lens, and you will find emptiness. You will find darkness. Or you can look at it for what it is and look at the positive energy, which is perspective, and look at it for what it really is. right? There's different perspectives here on how the individual views this. The next card is, as we start to get into this new perspective and how people view things, whether it's of the negative light or the energetic positive light, you have here, you have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is referred to your ability to hold on for what is yours. You cannot hold on for what is yours. This is something that we, as a society, as a collective, have taken for granted. And this is going to be the age of Aquarius, right? The people need to find themselves. They need to be able to not be so reliant, so dependent on technology. They also need to be dependent on each other, right? And here you have the last card, the Sunks, right? People will start to feel better, but this is the Sunk, which means this won't be an isolated incident. Expect more incidents like this to occur. And with that being said, here the power goes out. But by this point, the darkness already occurred. This means the power goes up, which means the power is restored officially in Europe. But keep this as a reminder that what has happened in Europe was not an isolated incident. That yes, it was man-made, but it could be used in a formation of man controlling the collective by controlling the access and ability to the internet, right? So what is this telling us? Society and nature is going to try to train humans become self-reliant on one another rather than becoming dependent on technology, right? And that's what is coming here. The summer solstice again, solar flares, and then we have here focus, the crystals, learning how to harness your energy from other places rather than just one place. And that is the moral of the story here. I don't see anything else. Is there anything else, Spirit? No, they said I didn't. They said I hit it right on now. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as is. That's exactly what I saw for what happened in Europe. Again, it could be policy related. It could be used as man. It could be a capitulation of both. It could be both a natural disaster, but also a man-made disaster. But it could be used as an effort to control a certain demographic or a certain group of people by restricting their ability to have access to their celebration or access to their escapism through the internet. That's all that I get for this reading, so I'm going to end off today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share this video with others. It really helped out the channel tremendously. And let me know in the comment section below what you think. I love you.